All right, Bourbon Quest. Welcome back to Bourbon Quest. It's Sunday Fun Day. Your host, Bourbon Steve here. Hey, hope y'all have had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. It'll be out before this video is, but I'll say a few words, even though it's going to be kind of off kilter for when I release these, because I'll release the Eric Church stuff before I release this. But anyways. Hey, I had a fantastic weekend. Friday night, went to Eric Church concert here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Fantastic show. I'll save the other comments for when I release the other ones. But anyways, tonight we're going to be doing a focus on Chattanooga whiskey. What a phenomenal story. I'll just touch on it a little bit. These guys that started Chattanooga whiskey, they started the business, I forget exactly, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. It wasn't worst business plan I've ever heard of. They started a business in Chattanooga called Chattanooga Whiskey when it was illegal at the time to distill spirits in Chattanooga. If you look back, prior to Prohibition, Chattanooga was one of the leading, maybe even the top, but definitely one of the leading producers of whiskey in the United States. Prohibition comes along, they go out. There's no more distilling in Chattanooga. I think in 1909, I think they brought it back in 2009, like literally 100 years later. And at that time, there was only 3 or 4 counties in the state of Tennessee that allowed distillation of spirits, such as obviously Lincoln County or Lynchburg, George Dickel, Jack Daniels, and 2 or 3 others. Those are the big players. So they spent like 2 years lobbying the legislation in Tennessee to allow distilling in Chattanooga. Why they didn't just go to one of those 3 or 4 counties, I don't know. But obviously it worked out. I mean, it took them, I think, right about 2 years, maybe a little 2 years plus, to get legislation passed to allow distilling in Chattanooga. And since then, listen, they're putting out phenomenal stuff. I will give them that. And it's a little bit of a different with a high malt barley, I guess, high malt blend. But their stuff is freaking fantastic. Now tonight, we're going to be doing, I'm not going to film all these. I'll just stick them up here in front of the camera the best I can. We're going to be doing, their run-of-the-mill Chattanooga 91, which is their, signature blend there, the Chattanooga 91. Prior to me starting the channel, I had blind tasted this against the Chattanooga 111, their cask strength. I thought honestly, going into it, I thought the cask strength would win, but I actually preferred the 91. And so, therefore, I'm trying to kind of limit things down to control volume here at Bourbon Quest. I eliminated the cask strength. So we're going to taste the Chattanooga 91. And then, one of my favorites is I've had, this will be my second one as far as a single barrel pick. The first one I had was from Total Wine. This one here happens to be from McScrooge's. And then I think they're outside of their experimental stuff and whatever. We'll also be doing the new Chattanooga bottled in bond, obviously 100 proof. So I'm gonna that's it. Son of a bitch. I guess we're doing 3 uncorkings. I thought I had a Chattanooga 91 already opened. Well, hell, we're just gonna do it. I guess we're doing 3 uncorkings. Yeah, that's probably right. I probably killed that one Chattanooga. Alright, so we're doing 3 uncorkings tonight. Chattanooga 91. Let's put them this way. So we're going 91 proof, bottled and bond, obviously 100 proof, and this store pick from McScrooge's here in Knoxville, 118 proof. So, what do you say? Let's get to it, Bourbon Quest. And then also, I'll put a shout out here in a minute to something else. But it's Sunday. I finally got an event over that I've been putting off for a year today, so glad to have that out of the way. Got some other personal shit I gotta take care of, but alright, yeah. So we're doing 91. Obviously here at the Bourbon Ship on Bourbon Quest, we do a little 2-ounce pour. At this time we're going into the backup affinity because we've been doing a lot of uncorkings lately and not drinking much out of them, but alright, there we go with that. Chattanooga 91. Which again, there's also the Chattanooga Cask Strength, the 111 proof, but prior to me starting the channel, I actually preferred the 91, surprisingly. So I don't have that one tonight. I'm trying to limit my inventory here at the Bourbon Ship. Alright, so this one is a fairly new release. This is the Bottled and Bond from Chattanooga Whiskey. Now, I will say, so this particular one is spring of 2017. I'll probably go by Total Wine sometime this week. I think they have a new one out, and I think it may be a different one, a different Bottled and Bond as opposed to this spring of 2017. But the mash bill blend is B001 17%, B004 17%, B005 33%, and S8055 33%. I really don't know what that means. It says, Bottled and Bond is a single season vintage dated expression of our Tennessee high malt style. Each vintage is crafted from a wide selection of unique bourbon mash bills, all made within the same distilling season and each comprised of at least 25% specialty malted grains. The result is an innovative approach to one of the industry's most time-honored quality standards, showcasing depth and complexity that's greater than the sum of its parts. Okay. Alright, well, we'll check it out, Bourbon Quest. Little Chattanooga Bottled and Bond. And I'm pretty sure I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up or not, to be honest with you. Funds are low, so I need to do a live stream, get some live chats to help you support me getting what to bring you, but that's neither here nor there. But this one is batch number whatever 21F17R6, spring of 2017. All right, enough about that. But hey, another way you can support me, obviously free, is hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, leave comments, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm getting a lot more subscriptions, a lot more comments, and I try to respond to those as much as I can. If I missed you, I apologize, but I work 7 days a week, and this is my third job. Bourbon Quest is my third job. Hopefully, as things continue to grow, we can make it my second job and maybe someday my first job, but right now it's my third job. Alright, so this is Chattanooga Whiskey, single barrel, 118 proof, hand selected, single barrel from McScrooge's, char number 4. Age greater than 3 years. Filtration none. Bottled occasionally catches barrel sediment. See front label for bottle details. yellow corn malted rye, caramel malted barley, and honey malted barley. I don't even know what that means. Fermentation, temperated 7 days. Cooperage, see front of label for barrel details. Chattanooga barrel 90. I don't even. All right, Chattanooga whiskey single barrel is a one of a kind, uncut, unfiltered expression of our signature Tennessee high malt recipe, made from a mash of at least 25% specialty malted grains. Each barrel of our rich malted forward whiskey was hand selected for its distinctive character and exceptional quality. Bottle number 060617-1. Bottle date 8/11 of 20. This was bottled. Oh yeah, I did get this a while back. I apologize. Oh, toast profile not available. 118 proof. All right, whatever. I think they are trying to be as of informative and inclusive with information as possible. A little bit of confusion on that, but all right. So let's do this. We're gonna mix these up real quick. We're gonna do a blind tasting of these live on Bourbon Quest. But anyways, it's Sunday Fun Day. Hope you've had a lot of fun today. Watching NFL football. I do know my Cowboys like spanked the shit out of the Falcons. But anyways, all right. So let's go through these. All right. So don't pay attention to what glasses behind what. I just mix them up. I have no idea. We'll see what wins out. All right. Oh my gosh. That's like very floral on the front, like daisies and lilies. And I don't usually get a whole lot of that type of floral note. Some of that malt coming through. Cherry and apple. But really floral, like really honestly, like daisies and I don't know. I don't think I've ever used that expression before. I'm like getting daisies. It's very fruit forward on the nose, but some caramel and vanilla in there for sure. A little bit of char. I think. Well, I don't know. Very interesting. Very fruit forward, honestly. That's the prominent note I'm getting on the nose. All right, I'm going to cleanse the palate a little bit before going into the taste. A little bit of peach. But yeah. Like, really, I get a lot of daisy and vanilla and caramel. Some peach. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. What is that? It's like it comes off as being very sweet, like caramel brulee. It's got that, I guess, that toastiness of a brulee, but more caramel than vanilla. Still get some of that fruit with like apple, and daisy is still coming through for whatever reason. That's weird. Very floral on the note for sure. And of course that malt, which I know is probably preconceived in my mind, but yeah, it's very sweet and like a bouquet of daisies and apples and tulips or something. I don't know. It's very weird. Definitely unique, for sure. I don't know that. I don't think that's my jam. I don't know what that is. That might be the bottled and bond, because it is completely different from the other stuff that I've had from Chattanooga whiskey before. Yeah, a little bit of pear coming through, but extremely fruit forward. I don't think I'm a fan of that. Which I hate to say because I love Chattanooga whiskey, but I'm hoping that's the bottled and bond, because that's one I've not had before. I've had the 91 before. I mean, all three are obviously brand new openings. But, alright. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's more traditional Chattanooga whiskey. Just malted barley, sweetness, cherry, apple, maybe a little banana too. But very sweet, cherry, apple, vanilla, banana. Very good on the nose. That's, for me, is more favorable on the nose. I mean, the floral was, decent on the nose. Didn't like it on the palate, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's like, ooh, interesting. It's like deep dark chocolate on the front of the palate, and then goes into some of those similar floral notes in the mid palate, and then back to those deep dark like chocolate and cherry and vanilla notes on the back. Good hug, really interesting. Kind of gives you, starts off floral, or no, starts off those deep dark chocolate notes and stuff, goes floral, and then back to those deep dark chocolate notes. Very interesting. Yeah. Oh, it's more of that, more spice and cherry. Still that caramel, vanilla, malt. A little bit of that backwards fruit. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, it does that same thing. It starts off with these like deeper, darker notes of dark chocolate, and then goes into the floral, and then comes back to those deeper. It's unique. It's interesting. It kind of gives you that roller coaster feel, like, to the peak and then back down, but with a long finish. Or I wouldn't say long finish. Medium to medium plus finish. Medium to medium well in the steak industry, which I'm a part of. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, so, yeah, number 2 is better than number 1. Alright, let's go for number 3. That's like sweet honey, cherry, vanilla, a little banana. I think this is the most inviting on the nose, for sure. The noses were actually good on all 3. This one, the first one was a little weird. This one offered some unique complexity and roller coaster experience. But the nose on this is freaking phenomenal. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, it's like deep, rich, malted barley and kind of almond, a little bit of almond, a lot of almond with cherry and vanilla. That's interesting. The nose is beautiful. Man, that's so good. It's like sweet and chocolatey and almond. Nice mouthfeel and viscosity. I think I know what that one is. But man, I love this. I really do. And I love this one. I'm not a fan of that one. At least the way I ranked it. We'll see what happens. So, based on that, I'm going to go, this is first, this is second, and this is third. So let's see what these are. So, this was the one that was so floral, and that is, really? Because I really liked that one before. That, okay. Interesting, because last place is A, which was the Chattanooga 91, their traditional, 91. Yeah, it's still very floral, which is surprising because from the standpoint that when I did the 91 against the cast strength, I honestly thought I would choose the cast strength, and I chose the 91. But it's very floral, in my opinion. But it's unique. I mean, it's not bad. It's good. It for surely is. Okay, moving on. Let's cleanse the palate. Go to this one. All right. So second place. Okay. Good to know. Second place is the bottled and bond, which is it. Well, not. I guess probably not surprising. Yeah, it's still kind of floral, but more of that malt. Yeah, offers a lot more variance and complexity on the palate. Sweet, a little bit of pear. Yeah, it's better. And then, thankfully, I got one. I already killed one Chattanooga single barrel I got. Then we just popped this one tonight, and then I have one more that I just recently acquired. But so yeah, the Chattanooga single barrel, and I've seen them, I think, anywhere from around 115 to 120 proof. This particular one from McScrooge's is, what the hell did I do? Yeah, big. I'm sorry, I messed up. Yeah, so yeah, the single barrel's the winner, bottled and bond second, and the 91 is third, but it's still good. And before I started the channel, I originally actually chose it over their 111 cast strength, which I was surprised by. But man, this single barrel, the other one I had was good. This one's good, or good plus whatever. And then I've got one more I just recently picked up from a different store. But this one is from McScrooge's, 118 proof, freaking fantastic. So let's pour a little. It's really so good. It's so unique. It's that high. How they describe it? Oh yes. Now that I read that, that's coming through too. The honey malted barley, but they're known for their malted rye and whatever. But man, Chattanooga, y'all putting out some good stuff and unique stuff. That's one thing. I think it has a unique niche in the whiskey and bourbon world, and I really enjoy it. It might not be for everybody, but I think it's fantastic. I know Jason C's on board with them. He did a meetup down there a couple of months ago, which I heard was fantastic. Speaking of which, I want to give a little shout out to John Lawrence. He is the director of sales. I'm not going to put it close up, but John Lawrence is the director of sales at Chattanooga Whiskey. I had the privilege of meeting him a few weeks ago, and which is one of the reasons. Well, I wanted to do it. I just had a lot of other stuff I needed to do too, but I've been wanting to do a Chattanooga lineup for the channel for at least month and a half, 2 months, and I had the privilege of meeting John Lawrence, the director of sales at Chattanooga Whiskey, a few weeks ago, and we exchanged pleasantries and conversation and whatever. So the plan is that I'm going to reach back out to John here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and he had made an offer. We're going to try and do a little tour video and stuff at Chattanooga Whiskey that we'll put on the channel, and so I'll let you know about that. But it was a pleasure meeting John. He was very friendly, very knowledgeable, and very generous with his offers to be able to bring me down to Chattanooga, which I'm in Knoxville, so it's only an hour and a half away. It makes just a lot of sense. When I spoke to him a few weeks ago, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks since they had Jason C from the Mash and Drum, which, hey, no doubt about it, I want you to subscribe to my channel, but also, if you haven't already subscribed or know Jason C at Mash and Drum, go subscribe to his channel. He's phenomenal. He's probably he's probably the first. He's probably number one, and then second, third on the people that inspired me to create my channel. Because I think Jason C does a phenomenal job. I think we share a similar experience in what we want to offer. Because one of the things I think Jason C does better at Mash and Drum than anybody, and you should go subscribe to my channel, but go subscribe to his channel too if you haven't. Because I think he does the best as explaining history and everything around bourbon, which is one of my biggest loves of bourbon. Is I love the hunt, I love the taste, I love the smells, and Jason C is bigger at this than I am, but one of my draws to bourbon was the history that the generations, what went into this to put something in a barrel and age it for 7, 10, 15, 20 years. I think that's phenomenal. And Jason at Mash and Drum, he's so, well, number one, he has